So you want to be an investor. Maybe stocks, maybe a startup. Well, the first thing you need to look at is the CEO.
Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no super chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today we're talking investments. Look at that. You might guess where I'm going with this, but regardless, the one good thing about this pandemic is that it has raised a lot of people's interest on investments, with so many startup companies doing fundraising, crowdfunding, whatever you want to call it, and asking for handouts to help their companies stay afloat. Well, are these good investments? Are they not? Some people are talking about stocks, some people are talking about Bitcoin. So today, what I want to do is concentrate on what the CEO of a company should look like for a successful venture, right? You're going to put your money into a company and you want to gauge where the company's going to go. How confident are you in that leadership? What is their experience, for example? So I'm going to use a couple of points of reference here just so we can put ourselves in the right frame of mind. If you've never seen the movie Margin Call, you really should.
Margin Call is a well-acted film, but it also presents several truths regarding stock trading and investing, right? There's some core principles here, and let's start off with the CEO. What is it that you want in a CEO? What is his major talent? First, he must command respect. Everybody underneath him should look exactly like these people in this table right here. They know that the CEO will act in the best interest of the company and the stockholders at any moment. Specifically when it comes to them making mistakes, he will correct them right away. Because for him, it's always too late if he acts 2 seconds too late, right? He's always on the ball, and when people drop the ball, he makes sure that they don't do it again or they're not there anymore. That's number one. They also explain really well what the role of a CEO is. Many people confuse the role of the CEO for somebody that's out there, promoting his product or talking a lot, being a lot in the press, and that's not at all what the role of a CEO is, or the major talent you want on your CEO. Really what the CEO is there for, and the reason owners of companies hire professional CEOs, is because they have one talent and one talent only. And that is, they can discern what the music's going to do or where the money's going to flow in, say, 2 months, a year, 5 years. And based on that, they guide the company where it's going and where the company's investments and monies are going to be placed at, right? And if they do that well, they get rewarded handsomely because they affect everybody else, right? You can take the example of Palantir right now. Palantir just put a lot of money into gold, right? The CEO, powers that be, decided that's where the money should be at because they want to protect themselves against a black swan event. They are correct. That CEO is going to make money for everybody because those employees know before us what they did, right? So they also invested in gold, and everybody will benefit at the end, right? And if he misses and that money's just sitting there piling dust and not earning anything, then he's going to be out. They're going to walk him out the door just like anybody else that didn't do their job. But that's presented really well here in this film. So when you're investing in a new company per se, what you want to look at is some of the launches of the past, right? What have they done correctly, and are you seeing that in front of you when you're investing in a new company, right? Let's look at a company, for example, that was introducing a new technology to gaming, and that was the Wii, right? The Wii Launch back in the day, they were introducing these motion controllers that nobody understood and that some people were apprehensive about, right? Some people were apprehensive about the console being underpowered, right? Does it sound familiar? It should. So what did they do? The heart of this launch was showing people how this console worked, right? And the key to this was having a finished console that was presented to customers, even in commercials, that they could just grab and play, right? And they did that in commercials, and they also did that with the public via the kiosk, and it was a great success. Nobody thought that, for example, Wii Sports was going to be the killer game in this console, but it was, and it went and sold bonkers. But this was a well executed plan, right? So when I'm looking at new technologies, companies that are bringing stuff to market, these are the type of things that I look for. And last but not least, the late great Steve Jobs. Everything that you need to know about why this product was successful is in the first lines that he said. This is a day that I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. That means that big moves are made in silence, right? He wasn't out there saying, my phone is going to be able to do this and that and the other, and here's the prototype of this and here's that and the other. No, he saved it till the end. Other people were talking about it, right? He was creating buzz by what he was working on. But it wasn't until he had it finished, tested, and ready to launch that he revealed it to the public. And when he did that, the world changed, right? This was a new archetype in technology. And these are the type of things, right? These examples that I showed you are some of the things that you can look at when gauging these companies making extraordinary claims. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. All right, so with all this talk, what am I looking at, right? That's probably what you're thinking. Well, guys, I love consoles. I love physical media. But when it comes to investing, I know that they're not going to make me any money because we're a shrinking market, right? My demographic specifically, right? Where do I see gaming going? What's the new disruptive technology? I think it's cloud gaming, right? I think the Game Pass, as far as my experience, right? And I like investing in things that I know that I've experienced. My gaming habits have changed a lot ever since I got the Game Pass. And I see that they're going to change even more, not only for me, but for many people with cloud gaming, right? Hardware is going to become less and less relevant. A lot of the companies that we love that produce retro video games are going to have services much like we have Netflix or HBO Max now on the cloud. So all those retro games that we love are going to be available on the cloud for a monthly subscription, right? Just the way we stream music, that's what I see in the future. And with the lessons learned that I can either be smarter, cheat, or be first, I know that I'm not the smartest person in the room, right? I don't cheat. So the only thing I can do is be first on these breaking technologies. So that's what I'm doing my research and due diligence on. Do I trust the leadership at Microsoft? I do. I like the moves that they've been making. Nadella at the helm of Microsoft has been, good for the price of the stock, right? Phil Spencer has really done a job with Xbox and, turning it into a service-driven console that eventually is just going to be this xCloud, and I think they're going to be successful. I see a bright future for the company, so that's what I'm going to invest in rather than investing on all these startup projects here, right? Remember, it doesn't matter what you invest in. It's important that you do your due diligence, right? And don't invest with your feelings. Invest with the facts and research at hand. Some things are so plain to see that they really don't need that much research because 1 and 1 doesn't equal 3, right? 25 million in 3.5 years doesn't seem right? When you put the numbers to it. And I'm not saying any names particularly on this video because I know I'm on the radar already, guys. And I don't want to give any, and I mean any excuse for my videos to get taken down by a miscellaneous complaint. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care. New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.